What up everyone, welcome back to Financial Education and Business. Today we're going to be covering Robinhood regarding tokenizing stocks and just making the stock market open to the entire world. What they showed were some really cool new innovations. So what did they release? So Robinhood launches stock tokens, reveals layer 2 blockchain, and expands crypto suite in EU. And so as you can see, let's scroll down. So they did tokenization and layer 2 blockchain. They're going to wrap those stocks within a specific blockchain. And in this case, they use Arbitrum. And I believe Arbitrum is something that's built off of the Ethereum chain. And they're going to be offering this to a whole bunch of investors. So next time you go to buy any stock on Robinhood, you will actually be given a token that represents that stock. So it's derivative. And right now, I covered a video a while back that this already exists. I'll probably leave the link up here somewhere. It'll pop up for that video. But there's already a whole bunch of like exchanges that already offer this. So Robinhood says that we launch a US stock and ETF tokens in EU. So this specifically is in EU, giving eligible customers exposure to US equities with Robinhood stock tokens, featuring a zero commission or added spread from Robinhood. 24/5 obviously for now, and later on they're going to make this 24/7. So because the stock market closes after a certain amount of time, when you wrap it on a blockchain, you don't need any centralized exchange to be able to do anything. So technically what you could do is you can take your Robinhood stock and put it on your own wallet somewhere and keep it there. And then if you wanted, you can just send it to different people super easily, and you don't have to ask permission from anybody to do that. And it's kind of taking the theme of how crypto is kind of built. European customers will have access to 200 plus US stock ETF tokens. Stock tokens holders will also receive dividend payment directly in their app. So stock tokens will initially be issued on Arbitrum, and the future tokenizations will be facilitated by a very own Robinhood layer 2 blockchain based on Arbitrum. What Robinhood is doing is they're actually building out their own blockchain, their own Robinhood chain that they can roll out all these tokenizations through, so they don't have to be dependent on another chain that might run into any issues. So this gives them more control over the type of tokenization methods and block methods that they want to use. And then they did perpetual futures. So perpetual futures, to make it simple, is practically you are able to leverage any asset that you want to buy. So you can go, in this case, you see like you can isolate it 2x. So all this means is like you can leverage your money. So if you have, let's say, $2,000, you can say, you know what, I will invest all of my 2,000, and then in addition, what that will, because of this perpetual, it will 2x your money and invest that much into your tokenized asset that you want to make a purchase of. When the stock moves a certain amount, that is going to be more exaggerated due to this perpetual leveraging that you use. And in this case, due to perpetuals, there isn't like it's not like an options contract where there will be an expiration date, but it's going to be just any stock derivative that you want to buy, and then you're just going to be able to hold it as long as you want, and it doesn't have to expire after a certain amount of days. So we are introducing crypto perpetual futures in EU, where we will offer eligible customers access to new class of derivatives with continuous exposure and up to 3% leverage. So that I hope they keep it 3% and no more than 5%. And then the crypto staking in the US. So they have now opened up that crypto staking is launching eligible to the eligible US customers, starting with Ethereum and Solana. So previously this was not allowed due to regulations, but it looks like they're opening it up. Already other exchanges offer this. I mean, you can stake stuff on Kraken and different, I believe on Coinbase as well. So Robinhood is coming out and saying this, and you can also do this on our platform as well. The cool part about staking is Ethereum is proof of stake algorithm. So unlike Bitcoin's proof of work, so you have to mine, you have to have these massive computers that are mining and proving all these transactions. But with ETH, you actually by holding ETH, you are making the network even stronger. And this is also the case for Solana. I would say that Solana is a better blockchain than Ethereum. They both have had their failures, but Solana moves a lot faster. But overall, it looks like if you buy these cryptos on the blockchain, you're able to stake it, which is a pretty cool feature that they're finally adding. It looks like with our user-friendly interface, you can now participate in blockchain ecosystem and access competitive reward rating, extended product suits. So they are now for EU and US investors can transfer crypto into Robinhood and earn 1% deposit boost, and then with a chance to double it, total deposit of over hit the $500 million. So right now, I believe they've kind of removed this 500 million, I believe. So now anybody that deposits willing to match them at 2%, which is pretty impressive. And new clients from all over the different apps and all over the world to be able to just move their crypto into Robinhood. They have the crypto credit card. So all this is just Robinhood Gold credit card gives US customers cash back on purchase across all. Coming this fall, they're going to be able to do crypto automatically, crypto rewards automatically, rather than just only having the option for cash. But overall, Robinhood's presentation today was pretty impressive. Due to what they presented, like I covered, the stock market really has performed very well. It can do very well going into the year. This is a company that is growing faster than any other company, coming up with new products and getting market share from all of these large, giant, old companies that have been around, but not innovative enough to keep a lot of the customers. So obviously, people love new shiny things, and Robinhood is the new shiny thing on the street, and is actually meeting investors where they are. So this stock can definitely see over $100 plus. So it looks like, as you can see, analysts are saying 20 analyst ratings, 14 are saying buy, 5 are saying hold, and 1 is saying sell. The highest price target is 105, and I think they could definitely hit that, and the lowest is about $43. This is not going to happen. $43 is not going to happen for Robinhood. So I want to just show you one of the videos here where they actually are going to now allow investors to be able to buy IPO stocks. So IPOs have always kind of been something for the sophisticated investor. If you are a sophisticated investor, you would have like $1 million plus in assets, or like you're making $250 in a year between you and your spouse, which I think is kind of terrible, because right now you have a bunch of these scammy cryptocurrencies that people are out here buying and selling. It's called the meme coins, and a lot of those are just worse than a lot of these IPOs that are coming into the market. So I don't understand why Robinhood actually the US government is kind of getting in the way of investors from them purchasing IPOs. So all that to say, Robinhood finally is getting into the market of allowing customers to be able to buy and sell IPOs, and they're going to be releasing most of it, I think, in the EU, and then they'll be able to release more in the US probably later on this year or next year when the regulation kind of relaxes. But during their presentation today, they actually kind of walked through how the product is actually there and can be used. And so here they show that SpaceX and OpenAI, these are both really like sought after IPOs, and Robinhood is showing everybody that the product is there and they're able to kind of do that. So let's watch this.
To get early exposure to private companies like SpaceX and OpenAI, which are now worth billions of dollars.
That would be exciting to do, wouldn't it? But why talk about doing it later when we can do it right now? You may have been wondering what this awesome briefcase that I walked in with was for. Well, I'm holding in my hands right now the keys to the first ever stock tokens for OpenAI. And not just OpenAI, but also SpaceX. SpaceX is in here too. If you download the Robinhood EU app, which we gave you ample warning to do, you're about to figure out why we gave you that warning. I'd like to transfer these tokens to you and give you exposure to two of the most valuable private companies in the world right now. We'll give you a week to onboard, then we're going to release all the tokens. So as long as you're a Robinhood EU customer, you'll be able to claim what we believe are the world's first OpenAI and SpaceX private stock tokens on a decentralized blockchain.
And just remember, the deadline is end of day on Monday, July 6th.
Pretty cool. So the fact that they actually did go ahead and send these cryptos, actually IPOs via the blockchain, and they were able to do it for both SpaceX and OpenAI. I mean, Andro is also one IPO that a lot of people are looking forward to, that to go public so they can buy it. But yeah, the IPO market is very rigged, meaning that only sophisticated investors can get the best deal, and then we get the scraps, which is not a fair return for a lot of investors. Like a company like this who hasn't been added to the S&P at all, and so now come next quarter, S&P is most likely gonna have to add it, and when that happens, these funds are gonna have to buy Robinhood at a $100 plus, and that's going to create just demand for the stock, which can really sweep the value of the stock to go up over $120 a share. But that obviously is going to take some time. So yep, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give this video a like. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, have a great day. Peace.